What is up, guys? Vanessa here, coming at you with another video, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for checking out the video. If you like videos like this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. So let's get started. Now, I've gotten a lot of questions from people about how I shrunk my waist. Now, in the thumbnail, and if you haven't seen it already, I'll post a picture. I wasn't like super overweight, but I also wasn't super thin or skinny either. So this is my first disclaimer. Now, this video is not a shortcut video. It is not one of those 10 tips to, shrink and lose your waist. It's not like this. This is the real deal. This is the truth. Now, I started off, and I don't really know how thick my waist was or how big my waist was at my biggest. I am estimating it was probably like a 34-inch waist to anywhere from probably 40 inches or above that. I was a little bit overweight for my height and for just my age, at the time. And now I am at the most about a 28.5 to 27.5 inch waist, depending on how my weight fluctuates. This is going to talk about all the things that I did and what I used and what worked and what didn't to get the results that I did at the end get. Here we go. Now, back in the day when I was at my heaviest, it pretty much was, one, the fact that I did not exercise whatsoever, and if I did, it was very minimal exercise, and I also wasn't eating the best either. The biggest issue for me back in the day was over-consuming and the overconsumption of food, period. Binge eating of like candy, chips, whatever. That was my problem, and that was the reason why I had gained so much weight, and also why I had a lot of what people call is visceral fat in my stomach area, which is for many people the hardest area to really lose weight. So now I'm going to really explain to you guys what actually throughout this entire process, what actually worked. And this is not gimmicky. This isn't going to be one of those gimmicky freaking videos that you watch and you're just like, really, you have to buy this crap? I'm not trying to sell you anything, okay, guys? First, number one, and the biggest question that I always get is, how long is it going to take? I get so many people who are like, well, I don't want to, I need to lose inches like in 3 weeks or something like that, which it is possible, but if you want something that's going to be maintainable and you're going to be able to maintain over time, you need to be doing things, and you need to be doing things often. So consistency really is key. It has taken me a very long time, I would say probably a year to 2 years. I would really say probably a year to shrink down my waist to the extent that it has gotten to. And it was a year of consistency, of exercising consistently. It was pretty much really focusing and narrowing down my nutrition, what things triggered, sodium or water weight, and what things were triggers for just binge eating all the time. So that's something when people ask me about how long it takes, it depends on everybody, like everyone is different. It may take some people 3 months, and it may take some people 3 years. It just depends on, one, what you're doing, and two, what you're eating, and three, how long and consistent you're going to be. Now, the nutrition. Everyone thinks, oh, I have to cut calories, I have to, cut out all the soda, cut out sugar or junk food, period, and bread and all this stuff in order to lose the inches off of my waist. So with my nutrition, what worked for me, what I was able to really stick with was if it fits your macros, or just to be plain and simple, counting my macronutrients, or at least knowing what my macronutrient goals were for me specifically. Now, I'm going to show you guys MyFitnessPal and what my macros look like right now, and I'm not telling you should follow these because everyone is different. I currently weigh about 145, 146 pounds. I'm 5'5", and I am 26 years old. So, in terms of activity, it's going to be different for everybody. I wouldn't say, oh, if you follow my macros, you're gonna lose weight. People should always do research. People should just use this as kind of like an example. Don't try to mimic everything that I do. The whole goal is to teach you guys that everyone is different and everyone works differently. Now, another thing too is that it's all about moderation and key. People tell me all the time, oh, I can't cut out sweets, I can't cut out candy, I can't cut out chips. etc., bread, soda, blah, whatever. The thing is that people assume that I've done that. I still occasionally drink soda, even though I don't really drink soda all the time, but occasionally when I feel like drinking soda, I can go drink a soda. It's not gonna kill me, hopefully not. Or junk food, that I'm eating salad. You know, there's this huge misconception about what nutrition is and what healthy foods are and what bad foods are. Overall, you just need to understand that moderation is key. I used to really binge eat off of Doritos, and I'm not talking about the little 99-cent bag of Doritos. I'm talking about the family pack size Doritos. That's the kind of overconsumption that I was eating. I was binge eating off of a lot of sugar, off of a lot of chips and all this stuff, and just sugary stuff, which really is a huge factor as to why people have visceral fat. But I still eat those things, but I eat them in moderation, and I fit them into my daily macronutrients. So it's always something that I tell people, you know, if you can't cut it out or cut everything out right now, try little steps, you know what I mean? Because you gotta think about it. Going cold turkey for some people doesn't work. So you gotta do what works for you. Do things in moderation and eat things in moderation. Moderation seriously is key. Let's talk about activity and exercises. I see a lot of exercises like quick abs or 10-minute abs and blah, 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 and all this shrink your waist with these exercises. And to be completely honest, I really don't think that there are any exercises that can really target your waist. Now, there's a difference between building abs, you know, clearly, and your abdominals are a muscle group. So if you train your abs, you're going to most likely build ab muscles, right? For me, the things that actually worked were one, high intensity interval training. Anything that causes your heart rate to go high and low, and just be on this crazy, like kind of shocking your muscles is going to you're going to essentially lose weight, lose fat, whatever you want to call it, burn fat. I actually don't really train abs whatsoever. If I do, it's like planks and compound movements. Okay, guys, so that's pretty much my exercises. I don't have a specific ab day, you know, and then again, I don't have like rock hard abs or a very thin waist. So, you know what I'm saying? To me, I think the most beneficial things that helped me shrink down my waist were, one, a lot of functional training and a lot of high intensity interval cardio and a lot of just exercising like full range, full body movements. Because if you think about it, for instance, example, a squat actually takes a lot of abdominal muscles to really properly squat effectively, you know what I mean? So if your abs are not engaged, your squat form definitely will suffer. So it's something that to keep in mind, that when you are exercising, you want to really have, and what people probably say all the time, this mind-muscle connection. And it's a real thing. If you, in every exercise, even when you're walking, if you just engage your core will eventually start, you know, gaining muscles or whatever. And so that's something to really think about. A lot of, honestly, at the end of the day, I hate to say it, but really cardio. And I'm not telling you to go sit up and be a cardio bunny. Obviously, you need to vary out your exercise, but specifically not just low steady state cardio. I'm talking about high intensity interval cardio. I'm talking about cardio that your heart rate is up at like 180, and then you have rest periods and you kind of go down to like 130, 120, 119. You know what I mean? Like that kind of high intensity interval cardio. That and you can do high intensity interval cardio for like 10 to 15 minutes or 20 minutes, and that will probably have a better effect and better fat burning in your midsection than if you were to do low steady state cardio. Now, don't take my word for it. I'm like, to be completely honest, I'm not an expert. I'm just telling you guys from personal experience what worked faster and what worked best for me. I did half marathon training, which is a lot of steady state cardio, and my body fat didn't really go down to what I expected it to. Wasn't really shaping the way that I had expected. So everyone is different. Then again, for some people that works, for some people it doesn't. But these are the things that worked for me, guys. I, tried to make this video as simple as possible. If you have any other follow-up questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Also, don't forget to follow me on my other social media platforms. And yeah, like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. I do have a Facebook page. I actually do need to update that more, but let me know what you guys want to see in the comment section down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Sweet and sour candy, you my spicy mexicana. All her friends are cute.